chosen one. The moment is heavy, the air thick with a warning that feels more like destiny than suggestion. You have been told before in whispers of intuition, but now the command echoes louder than ever. God said you must not eat this food again. This is not a passing idea, not a superstition, but a critical turning point that separates life from decline, clarity from confusion, and alignment from destruction. The food in question may seem harmless on the surface, wrapped in familiarity, comfort, or even tradition, but beneath it lies a chain that has been holding your spirit back, dulling your intuition, and weakening your connection to divine flow. It is not simply about physical health, it is about spiritual clarity. Every time you eat it, a veil covers your sight, your energy dims, and your alignment with destiny becomes harder to hear. This is why the message is urgent. You cannot continue as before. You're not here by accident. You've been guided to this exact moment because heaven is urgently trying to awaken you. In the comments below, I want you to release your warmest wishes, the desires that burn within you, the freedom you crave, the abundance you long for, and seal them with the number 99. Write 99 in the comments. It's time to release your wish to the universe. And hear me clearly. If your spirit woke up while listening, don't scroll away. Like this video. Subscribe now. You belong here. This isn't casual, it's divine instruction. Your action in this moment is proof of your alignment, and every gesture you make, comment, like, subscribe, is part of sealing what has already been spoken over you. This food that God warns against is not only a danger to the body, but a danger to the soul. It clutters the bloodstream with heaviness, but worse than that, it clutters your energy with stagnation. You may not have realized it, but every time you consumed it, you noticed subtle shifts. Fog in your thinking, doubt in your decisions, exhaustion that didn't make sense, or even spiritual silence when you needed answers most. That silence wasn't random, it was connected. This food has been acting like static in a frequency meant only for you, distorting your ability to pick up divine signals. To continue eating, it would not just be careless, it would be rebellion against the guidance already given. There are patterns in your life that reveal themselves if you pay attention. Think back to moments when you felt clearest, when your prayers were sharp, when signs aligned easily. Notice how different you felt when this food was absent. Then compare it to the times when confusion grew louder, when you second-guessed yourself, when heaviness made even simple decisions feel like battles. These were not coincidences. Energy is always recording, always shaping outcomes. By obeying this command to stop, you are not losing anything, you are gaining everything. You are clearing the airwaves, sharpening the vision, and stepping back into the current where blessings can actually reach you without interference. The urgency in this moment is not about diet culture, not about discipline alone. It is about obedience and trust. God is not warning you for no reason. He is removing something that was feeding your flesh while starving your soul. It is not about punishment. It is about preservation. The command is not maybe. It is not later. It is not when you feel like it. The command is clear. You must not eat this food again. And the moment you take this seriously, you will begin to notice shifts. Lightness in your body, clarity in your thoughts, stronger energy in your prayers, and divine timing aligning faster than before. It is as if heaven has been waiting for this single act of obedience to unlock the next chapter. The warning grows louder, chosen one. It is not a whisper anymore. It is thunder in your spirit. Every bite of this forbidden food was more than taste. It was an agreement, a silent handshake with heaviness. You thought it was harmless, but each moment you gave in, something in the unseen realms recorded it. Energy remembers. The body keeps score. The soul feels the weight. You cannot afford to keep feeding what kills your alignment, because what you consume doesn't just sit in your body, it sits in your destiny. That is why the message is critical. God is not warning you to scare you. He is warning you to save you. There is a reason this food clings to you like a shadow, why cravings grow stronger right after you try to step into something greater. Haven't you noticed it? Every time you're about to elevate, about to break a cycle, about to walk into new opportunity, the temptation appears, dressed as comfort, disguised as reward. And the moment you give in, the momentum weakens. This is not random. It is designed. The enemy of your soul knows that if he can control your appetite, he can dim your vision. If he can distract your taste, he can distract your purpose. That is why this food is not just food. It is a weapon against you. But you must rise above it. There is more in you than the craving. There is more in you than the habit. You are not a slave to what you put in your mouth. You are chosen to master it. Every no you speak against it is a yes to destiny. Every time you push the plate away, you are pushing the fog away. Every rejection of it is an embrace of clarity. You are not denying yourself pleasure. You are reclaiming your authority. You are reminding yourself and the universe that your spirit is stronger than any appetite, your destiny more powerful than any craving, and each decision to obey strengthens you for the next battle. Think about the times you felt weak, the times you thought you lacked discipline. The truth is, you were never weak. You were under attack. That food was never neutral. It was targeted, a distraction custom-made to delay your rise. That's why God said enough. He didn't say maybe. He didn't say later. He said never again. This is not optional. It is critical. He knows the path ahead, the calling you are stepping into, the weight of what is about to be placed on your shoulders. And if you continue to consume what he already told you to let go of, you will not have the strength to carry what is waiting for you. This isn't about guilt. It's about preparation. He is preparing you for something greater, and that preparation starts with obedience. And when you obey, something will shift. Your sleep will deepen. Your focus will sharpen. Your energy will rise like fire. People around you will notice it. They may not know why, but they will sense it. They will see the glow on your face, hear the strength in your voice, feel the certainty in your decisions, and deep down, you will know it too. You will feel the difference between carrying a burden and walking in freedom. The weight you thought was normal will lift, and you will realize you were never meant to drag chains. You were meant to fly. This food has been your chain. Breaking it is your release. The night is long, chosen one, but you were never meant to live under the shadow of this hidden chain. Imagine the body as a temple, a living house where divine energy flows like fire through every chamber. Now, imagine what happens when a single toxic substance is allowed to sit inside, how it pollutes the air, how it clogs the pathways, how it turns what should be sacred into something stagnant. This is what has been happening every time you consumed what God told you not to eat again. It is not only about the body, it is about the flow, and every interruption of that flow delays what heaven is trying to release over your life. This is why you feel resistance when you try to let it go, because it is not just taste, it is a tether. You have been pulling against a rope tied to your spirit, and the more you crave it, the more you are reminded that something unseen is fighting to hold on to you. And this is where your strength rises. This is where obedience must roar louder than desire. When you refuse what your body cries for, you are teaching yourself that the spirit is in command. That is the level of authority you need for the battles ahead. There is a rhythm to destiny, a timing to everything, and your alignment with that rhythm depends on what you allow inside of you. Haven't you noticed that certain opportunities slip away when you are drained? Haven't you felt the silence when you prayed after consuming it, as if your words couldn't break through the ceiling? That silence was not heaven ignoring you. It was the fog you invited in. And every time you obey this warning, every time you push the food away, you are clearing the channel. The line opens again, the whispers return, the signs multiply, the alignment sharpens, and suddenly the same prayers that once felt delayed will begin to manifest. Do not underestimate the power of a single act of obedience. One decision can rewrite a season. One choice can alter the entire momentum of your life. When God says, "Do not eat this food again," He is not trying to make your life smaller. He is trying to expand it. He is pulling away something that kept your wings folded, something that kept your light dimmed. He is protecting you from delays you could not see, from chains you did not know were binding you. Every act of obedience is an act of freedom, and every act of freedom is an act of preparation for the destiny you were always meant to step into. And there will be a moment soon when you look back and realize how much was stolen from you because of this food. Energy, clarity, health, timing, alignment, all of it dimmed, all of it delayed. But there will also come a moment when you look forward and realize how much you gained by obeying. Your body lighter, your mind sharper, your spirit glowing with strength, your path no longer delayed, but accelerated. That is the difference between staying chained and walking chosen. Chosen one, picture the moment when a soldier lays down the weapon that has been secretly betraying them, the very blade dulling in their hand each time they reach for it. That is what it feels like to finally let go of this food. You thought it gave you strength, comfort, or energy, but in reality, it was weakening your guard, dulling your edge, slowing your fight. And when God says, "Never again," He is saying, "Do not fight with broken armor. Do not enter the battlefield carrying poison." He is not restricting you. He is protecting you. He is saving you from sabotage that comes dressed as satisfaction. Every bite you resist, is a declaration. You are saying to heaven and to earth, I will not let this small thing cost me my calling. You are proving to yourself that you are no longer enslaved to habit, no longer at the mercy of cravings, no longer willing to trade your future for a moment of taste. This is strength rising from within you, strength that has always been there, but has been waiting for this moment to awaken. You are not giving something up. You are stepping into power. You are not losing flavor. You are gaining clarity. You are not denying yourself. You are defining yourself. There are moments in every chosen one's journey when obedience separates them from the crowd. Others may continue eating it. Others may laugh at the idea. Others may ignore the warning. But you are not like them. You cannot be. You were not called to blend into the noise. You were called to rise out of it. And rising requires sacrifice. Rising requires listening. Rising requires courage to say no when everything inside you wants to say, just one more time. But you already know, just one more time is never just once. It becomes a pattern, a cycle, a trap. Breaking it is not weakness, it is strength. Refusing it is not punishment, it is preparation. And when you walk in that preparation, the atmosphere around you will respond. Doors will open where there were walls. Ideas will flow where there was confusion. Relationships will align where there was tension. Even your body will testify, sleep becoming deeper, energy becoming cleaner, intuition becoming louder. This is not theory. This is the law of alignment. When you stop putting poison into your temple, the temple begins to heal, begins to shine, begins to move with strength, and that strength makes you unstoppable. You have to understand, chosen one, this is not about food anymore. It is about obedience, echoing into every corner of your life. When you master this, you will begin to master other areas. What felt out of control will begin to bend. What felt too heavy will begin to lift. What felt impossible will suddenly open like a locked door given the right key. And that key is obedience. The universe does not need your excuses. Heaven does not need your delay. The command has already been spoken. You must not eat this food again. And when you honor that word, the word will honor you. Chosen one, imagine walking through a doorway where the air suddenly shifts, where the atmosphere feels lighter, where your body feels stronger and your mind feels sharper. That doorway is obedience. And right now, God is standing on the other side, calling you through, warning you not to drag old poison into the new room prepared for you. You cannot carry what once weighed you down and still expect to soar. This food you have been warned against is not just a habit, it is a test of whether you will choose fleeting taste over lasting freedom, momentary comfort over eternal clarity. This is the moment where the choice becomes your declaration. Every no you whisper when the craving comes is a roar in the spirit. Every time you walk away, heaven records it. Every time you push the plate aside, you are not only breaking a cycle, you are rewriting your story. The enemy counted on you being too weak to resist. too distracted to notice, too blind to see the trap. But you are no longer blind. You are no longer weak. You are no longer unaware. You have been awakened, and now the decision you make carries power. Think of the cost of ignoring this warning. Imagine the days ahead filled with fog, missed opportunities, unnecessary struggles, and the heaviness that comes from choosing disobedience over alignment. That weight is not your destiny. That silence is not your inheritance. That confusion is not your portion. You were chosen for more, and to walk into more, you must prove that you can handle more. The proof is in your obedience. The proof is in your discipline. The proof is in your ability to say no when everything inside screams yes, and in that no, strength rises. Authority grows. Your body begins to testify of the shift. Your spirit begins to sense the flow again. Signs begin to align around you. Conversations begin to confirm what you already felt. And slowly but surely, the cravings weaken, the chain loosens, and the energy of your destiny begins to flow through you without interruption. This is not theory. It is transformation in real time. You will feel it in your bones, in your breath, in your prayers, in your daily walk. You will not just know you are free, you will live free. So do not minimize this warning. Do not brush it aside. Do not say tomorrow or later. The moment is now. The command has already been given. The choice is already in your hands. Every bite you refuse becomes a brick in the foundation of the future you are building. Every craving you defeat becomes fuel for the destiny you are stepping into, and every act of obedience you choose is a reminder to the universe that you are not ordinary. You are chosen. Chosen one. The warning still rings, echoing through your spirit like a bell that refuses to be ignored. You may try to silence it, but the truth keeps rising. God said you must not eat this food again. This is not a suggestion, not a casual note. It is critical, because the moment you let it pass, the chain tightens again. Every act of disobedience feeds the very cycle you've been crying to escape. You prayed for freedom, you asked for clarity, you begged for direction, and heaven answered. But the answer was not in another sign, another dream, another word. The answer was in the simple command: stop consuming what is killing your alignment. And the moment you accept that, everything begins to shift. It is not just about taste, it is about trust. Do you trust the one who speaks? Do you believe the warning was given for your good? Because if you do, then you cannot delay. The food that looks small is carrying a weight far bigger than you imagine. It is the reason you felt stuck in cycles, the reason breakthrough has been delayed, the reason your energy rises and then crashes. It has been the hidden thief, stealing without you noticing, slowing you down while you thought life was just heavy. But life was not heavy. Your obedience was. Every time you resist, you are not only protecting your body, you are protecting your calling. You are declaring that your future is more valuable than your cravings. You are proving that your spirit has authority over your appetite. And with each act of resistance, something in the unseen realm begins to break. Chains that have held you for years begin to weaken. Veils that have blocked your clarity begin to lift. The heaviness that made you drag through your days begins to release, and suddenly you feel what freedom really is: light, alive, sharp, unshakable. Do not think the battle will end in one night. The cravings will return. The temptation will come back. But every return is another chance for you to roar no. Every time you win, the grip weakens. Every time you refuse, your spirit grows. Every time you obey, your destiny opens wider. This is not just a fight. It is training. You are being trained to rise above distractions, to silence the noise, to carry authority that cannot be shaken. This food is only the test, but the test is shaping you for the throne waiting ahead. So walk with courage, walk with discipline, walk with vision. Do not let a craving steal what an entire lifetime is leading you toward. Do not let appetite rob you of alignment. You are not called to live half awake, dragging chains that taste sweet but poison the soul. You are called to live awake, alert, chosen, free. And that freedom begins with one choice: to never let this food touch your lips again. Chosen one, imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind rushing against your face, the ground beneath you trembling with possibility. Ahead of you is freedom. Behind you is the weight you've carried for too long. And right now, the voice of God is clear. You must not eat this food again. That single act of obedience is the step forward that breaks the chain forever. It is the leap that takes you from limitation to liberation. And though the leap feels terrifying, it is the only way to cross into the life already written for you. You may wonder why something so small carries so much weight. But destiny has never been about size. It has always been about alignment. A single wrong step can throw the whole journey off course. A single compromise can delay an entire season. And this food, this habit, this craving, it has been the small door through which great delays have entered your life. You thought it was just your appetite, but it was actually your access point. Every time you gave in, you opened a gate. Every time you resisted, you closed one. And now heaven is saying, close it for good. The pull of it is strong, yes, but so are you, stronger than you know. Every battle you've survived was proof of that. Every storm you've walked through, every season of silence, every moment of pain, it was training you for this kind of fight. You are not a victim of cravings. You are a warrior of obedience. You are not weak against what tempts you. You are chosen to break it. That is why this warning came to you, not to someone else, not to those around you who seem unaffected, but to you. Because you are marked, because you are different, because your destiny cannot afford the delay that others tolerate. And with that difference comes responsibility. You cannot live like everyone else. You cannot eat like everyone else. You cannot ignore signs like everyone else. To be chosen means to carry weight others don't, to obey instructions others laugh at, to walk paths others never see. It may feel lonely, it may feel strange, but it is proof that heaven has singled you out for something greater. And if heaven trusts you with this warning, it means heaven also trusts you with the future waiting beyond it. So let this warning sink deep. Let it echo until it becomes louder than the craving. Let it ring in your ears every time the temptation rises. And when it does, remind yourself, this is not food. This is a chain. This is not a craving. This is a test. This is not a choice. This is destiny. And I will not let destiny be stolen by something so small. I will not let alignment be broken by a moment of taste. I will not eat this food again because I am chosen. Chosen one. The warning is clear, and it cannot be ignored any longer. God said you must not eat this food again, because every bite pulls you backward, every taste steals your clarity, and every craving tries to chain what was meant to be free. You have reached a point where obedience is not an option. It is the very bridge between the life you have known and the destiny waiting for you. Do not see this as a restriction. See it as a release. Do not see it as loss. See it as the doorway to more than you imagined. You already know how heavy life felt when you ignored the warning, the confusion, the fog, the missed opportunities, the exhaustion without explanation. But you also know the glimpse of lightness, the moments of clarity, the sparks of strength you felt when you resisted. That is the proof. That is the evidence. Heaven is not silent. Heaven is speaking through your very body, through your very energy, through the very shifts you already sensed. The message has been confirmed again and again, and now the command is final. Never again. When you obey, you are not just choosing health, you are choosing alignment. You are not just saying no to food, you are saying yes to destiny. And in that yes, doors will open that no man can shut. Signs will align with perfect timing. Your voice will grow sharper, your vision will grow clearer, your spirit will burn brighter. Even those around you will notice the difference. They may not understand why, but they will see that something in you has changed, that a glow has returned, that a power has awakened. And when temptation returns, and it will, you will remember this moment. You will remember that you are not like everyone else. You are chosen. You cannot afford what others allow. You cannot tolerate what others dismiss. You carry a calling too great, a purpose too heavy, a destiny too bright to waste on a craving. And with every act of obedience, you will prove that you are stronger than what once tried to weaken you. So let this be the day of decision, the day you draw the line, the day you say never again. And when you do, remember this: you are not losing food. You are gaining freedom. You are not losing taste. You are gaining clarity. You are not losing pleasure. You are gaining power. The command has been given. The warning has been spoken. The path is set before you. Chosen one, do not look back. Walk forward in strength, in clarity, in obedience, and in freedom. This is your moment. This is your release. This is your destiny.